माता की जय, भारत माता की जय, भारत माता की जय, कलका माता की जय, कलका माता की जय, कलका माता की जय.
Defense Minister Rajnath Singh has called on India's armed forces to maintain readiness across all spectrums of conflict, stressing that preparedness must not be limited to short, intense wars but extend to prolonged engagements as well. Addressing senior military commanders at a high-level review meeting in New Delhi, Singh underlined the evolving nature of modern warfare, where adversaries may rely on both swift strikes and protracted campaigns to achieve strategic objectives. He highlighted that the nation's security challenges demand a flexible and layered approach to defense planning. Our forces must be capable of responding decisively, whether it is a brief skirmish, a medium-duration conflict, or a long-drawn-out confrontation. Preparedness cannot be selective, it has to be comprehensive, the minister stated. The Defense Minister also urged the services to continue investing in jointness, advanced technology, and indigenous capabilities, noting that cyber warfare, space-based assets, and unmanned systems are becoming increasingly central to future conflicts. He emphasized that India's defense strategy should focus not only on deterrence but also on sustaining operational endurance if conflicts extend over months or years. Singh reiterated the government's commitment to modernizing the armed forces through initiatives such as Atmanirbhar Bharat in defense production. He pointed to the rapid progress made in developing indigenous weapon systems, drones, missile defenses, and naval platforms, saying that long-duration conflicts would test the resilience of logistics, supply chains, and domestic industry. Military analysts view the minister's remarks as a timely reminder amid regional tensions and shifting global security dynamics. With India facing complex challenges on both its northern and maritime borders, Singh's call for readiness across all durations of conflict underscores the importance of strategic foresight and sustained investment in national defense. In a landmark move towards enhancing India's defense preparedness and technological edge, the Ministry of Defense on Thursday unveiled the Joint Doctrine and Technology Roadmap during the high-profile conclave Run Samwad 2025 in New Delhi. The event, attended by senior military commanders, defense scientists, and industry leaders, signaled a significant step in aligning India's operational philosophy with future warfare requirements. The joint doctrine lays down a unified framework for the Army, Navy, and Air Force, emphasizing greater synergy in multi-domain operations. It stresses joint planning, integrated logistics, and real-time information sharing, enabling the services to respond swiftly across land, sea, air, cyber, and space domains. Officials highlighted that the doctrine is aimed at breaking operational silos, ensuring that the Indian Armed Forces function as a cohesive unit during both conventional and hybrid conflicts. Complementing the doctrine, the Technology Roadmap 2047 outlines India's long-term vision for self-reliance in advanced defense capabilities. It prioritizes the development of artificial intelligence, quantum computing, directed energy weapons, space-based surveillance, autonomous systems, and next-generation missile technologies. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh, in his keynote address, underlined that the roadmap will serve as a guiding template for indigenous innovation, collaborative research with industry, and integration of cutting-edge technologies into the armed forces. The conclave also witnessed panel discussions between the services chiefs, DRDO, private defense manufacturers, and academia on fostering public-private partnerships in critical technology areas. The roadmap emphasizes reducing external dependence, scaling up exports, and positioning India as a global hub for defense innovation by 2047, when the nation marks 100 years of independence. With the dual launch, India has signaled its determination to prepare for future wars, not just with manpower and machinery, but with technology-driven joint capabilities, ensuring the armed forces remain agile, networked, and combat-ready across all spectrums of conflict. India has taken a decisive step towards strengthening its air defense shield with the unveiling of Mission Sudarshan Chakra, an ambitious indigenous project often described as the country's version of Israel's Iron Dome. The initiative, spearheaded by the Defense Research and Development Organization, has been conceptualized as a comprehensive grid integrating ground-based radars, interceptor missiles, and artificial intelligence-driven tracking systems. This would allow real-time detection and engagement of hostile targets even in complex, multi-threat scenarios. Defense experts suggest that such a system will play a vital role in safeguarding strategic installations, urban centers, and forward-deployed assets, particularly in the face of evolving threats from neighboring adversaries. Officials indicate that the project builds upon the successful testing of India's Advanced Air Defense or AAD and Prithvi Air Defense or PAD intersectors, but with a sharper focus on short to medium-range aerial threats that have become more prominent in modern conflicts. The system is expected to employ mobile launchers, ensuring rapid deployment in varied terrains from deserts to high-altitude regions. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh, speaking at the announcement, hailed the mission as a landmark in India's journey towards strategic self-reliance. Mission Sudarshan Chakra embodies our resolve to develop a robust indigenous air defense shield, tailored to India's unique security challenges, he said. If successful, the project could not only transform India's defensive posture, but also open avenues for defense exports. As global demand for cost-effective missile defense solutions grows, India's Iron Dome could emerge as a symbol of technological innovation and strategic deterrence.
The Indian Navy has unveiled an ambitious roadmap to transform itself into a fully future-ready maritime force by 2047, coinciding with India's centenary of independence. The plan focuses on technological self-reliance, enhanced maritime security, and the adoption of next-generation capabilities to address evolving challenges across the Indo-Pacific region. Senior naval officials highlighted that the vision aims to position India as a leading maritime power, capable of protecting national interests in a rapidly changing security environment. Central to this roadmap is the emphasis on indigenous shipbuilding, advanced underwater warfare systems, artificial intelligence-driven platforms, and network-centric operations. The Navy is also working on integrating unmanned aerial, surface, and underwater vehicles into its fleet to bolster surveillance and combat efficiency. A critical element of this transformation is sustainability. The Navy is prioritizing green technologies such as clean energy propulsion, hybrid power systems, and energy-efficient practices to reduce its carbon footprint. Efforts are also underway to expand India's network of operational bases and logistics partnerships across the Indian Ocean region, ensuring rapid response capability in times of crisis. Officials stressed the importance of collaboration with Indian industry and startups under the government's Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative. Indigenous aircraft carriers, submarines, and next-generation destroyers are expected to form the backbone of the future fleet. Simultaneously, joint exercises and maritime partnerships with friendly nations will continue to strengthen India's regional influence. By 2047, the Navy envisions a balanced, technologically advanced, and self-reliant force that not only safeguards India's coastline, but also projects power and secures critical sea lanes. This long-term vision underscores India's commitment to securing its maritime frontiers while contributing to regional stability and global peace.
India's defense ecosystem is witnessing a transformative shift, with startups increasingly emerging as the vanguard of national security and technological innovation. Once dominated by public sector undertakings and large private conglomerates, the sector is now opening doors for nimble, innovation-driven enterprises to contribute to critical areas such as unmanned systems, cyber warfare solutions, space-based surveillance, and advanced electronic warfare capabilities. Government initiatives like Innovations for Defense Excellence (IDEX), the Defense India Startup Challenge, and the Defense Production and Export Promotion Policy (DPPEP) have created a fertile environment for entrepreneurs to collaborate with the armed forces. Over 400 startups are already engaged with the Ministry of Defense, developing prototypes and next-generation solutions ranging from loitering munitions and AI-enabled command systems to advanced communication platforms. Many of these ventures are backed by venture capital, reflecting growing investor confidence in the sector. The armed forces have also shown increasing openness to adopt indigenous startup-led innovations. For instance, autonomous drones and robotics developed by Indian startups are now undergoing trials for deployment in high-altitude regions and maritime surveillance. Similarly, AI-driven predictive maintenance tools are being integrated into the logistics framework of the Air Force, enhancing operational efficiency. Experts note that the entry of startups is infusing agility into the traditionally slow-moving defense ecosystem. Their ability to rapidly prototype, experiment, and adapt gives India an edge in responding to evolving security challenges, particularly in domains like cyber and space, where speed and innovation are decisive. As India aspires to become a global defense manufacturing hub, with exports touching $5 billion by 2030, the role of startups will be pivotal. By aligning entrepreneurial innovation with strategic needs, these ventures are not only bolstering self-reliance but also positioning India as a future leader in cutting-edge defense technology.